but instead of Josh when he gets
Yeah.
the money, he'll pass it down.
Councilwoman Diana, we canceled the whole dinner for tomorrow because we're not gonna be back. I can't go.
By yourself?
If I wanna go, I can go by myself.
You can go by yourself. Or we can tell Sylvia to let them know.
This is what he's looking at.
Mhm.
You guys
Okay,
can see
ladies and
that.
gentlemen, we are live.
Because this is what we have, something like this now. That's what he's looking at. That and
I guess I'm on Tuesdays last.
Thursday. Yeah, I can tell her to call me for tomorrow if you wanna go.
What happened?
Diana wants to go to the thing.
Well, so if it's canceled, it's okay, I don't have to go. It's all right, leave it like that.
Are you sure? Cause I can call her.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Just leave it like that.
The owner Anthony.
I was looking for who wanna go.
Where?
Aren't you the call person?
I got fire meeting.
You what?
I got fire meeting
Oh.
Thursday. Fire
I
meeting,
thought it was Wednesday.
we have on Thursday.
No, the dinner, the call things Wednesday.
It says Thursday, right?
No, you guys, no, it's not. It was for new elections. A new election.
We're not talking about the COG meeting, the regular 1 month. Aren't they on Wednesdays?
Yes, Wednesday.
You told me Thursday.
If this was a special event.
Oh,
Yeah. No, like.
You have the price for this one, Juan?
Yeah, the prices are down there because the printer prints double-sided, everything got crossed, but you can see, on some of them, you can see the price on there.
And the grass.
$680 for the grass? I have a lot of that at home because I use it to decorate. Okay.
Like I said, that was one of the items that, for the safety reasons, was we thought we could use it with the COVID.
The only thing, is it gonna be laying like flat like the one like this, but with the skirt on it?
No, so these actually have legs that make it stand taller, so when they bring in the
It
casket,
just goes straight?
yeah, they don't have the.
Oh, I should carry it. Okay. Looks like a nice setup. We'll just wait, see what we have in the COVID. money.
You know, like, I had this thing, like, how bad and. Yeah.
16?
So you were saying, this is my house, you know, it's the same.
You guys need to speak on that thing now, this way, because it keeps recording.
And here's the pledge of allegiance today. Okay? I'm gonna go down like that. Mark it in, Okay, gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. We all rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we take a moment of silence? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll call.
Councilmember Castaneda,
Here.
Councilmember Carrasco,
Here.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Here.
Councilmember Zavala,
Here.
Councilmember De La Fuente.
Here.
we're gonna vote on the meeting agenda. Council,
I motion to approve.
seconded.
Somebody second that?
I second the motion.
Motion approved. All in favor?
Right.
Here's my little sheet. No visitors' comments. Let's
Oh,
vote.
please double check online.
Okay, Josh, is there anybody online that'd like to?
So
Say something?
there are no other participants online.
Thank you. Let's vote on the consent agenda A through D. Consent agenda. Council,
I motion to approve.
seconded.
I second the motion.
Motion approved and seconded by Mary. No public hearing.
Say aye and then.
All in favor? I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, no public hearing. Old business. New business. Council?
I motion to approve.
I second the motion.
Seconded by Mary. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Staff reports.
Okay, I gave you guys a packet of the city ordinance for the cemetery, since that's what we've been discussing. I would like to discuss some of the issues we had last year during our maintenance season with a lot of the ornaments and everything that's out there. During the winter months, when the parks, when the cemetery is not being maintained, it is fine, but we run into a lot of issues during the spring months. So I would like to, this spring, once we start mowing, start enforcing some of our ordinances for a lot of the things that are out, that are set out there and then just left. It's also a safety issue when we're weed eating and around headstones for the public works staff. I know some people have sentimental attachments to some of the themes that they bring out there for their loved ones, and we want to be understanding for that as well. But I'm wanting to every month go through and remove the items that are left behind so they don't end up in our equipment, in our mowers. And then also start enforcing some of the things that shouldn't be in there, like glass and the flowers, the fake flowers with the wires, because those end up in our equipment as well, and they damage
So
them.
you're talking about the bases, they can't be glass?
No, not, it's all in here. There's a lot in here that, and that's why I just leave it to you guys to read and for you guys to come back to me and let me know what you guys.
So, I guess one on this, this is a delicate subject, I think, for each and every one of us that are up here. So, I know that the glass is a main concern, but there is a lot of headstones that don't have vases out there, so they do take glass vases out there. You know, that's the only way they can take their bouquets of flowers out there. And I know that the ordinance hasn't really been enforced, I don't think in a long time, if I'm correct, right, Vera? On this,
I think they started, was it last year or the year before? when they took all the rose bushes and everything out? Was it 2 years ago?
Who took all that out? Who took all those out?
Public Works.
So I think what we can do, instead of our Public Works removing people's things, I think we need to get a big sign put up on the gate, start enforcing the rules, and, you know, I don't want to take anything away from the families. I don't think that's right. But I think we should get our sign put up there again with all the rules, you know, and just to be more cautious. You know, I think I brought it up to you about the guys doing the way they're gonna mow the lawn out there. I think they need to just start trimming more around the grave sites and the headstones a little bit further out, so that way when they take that tractor through to mow the lawn, they're not hitting the headstones or the flat headstones or anything like that. You know, and that they need to just keep up their headstones, you know, keep up the maintenance and the cleaning, you know. And if we see that the flowers are really faded, then, you know, because I mean, we can't stand out there, we can't send people letters to let them know, you know, hey, the glass out there. But I think if we put a sign up there, you know, kind of just giving everybody, you know.
Are you gonna say something there?
I was just gonna say, I personally do mine seasonal. I don't know, like, you know, Christmas, the holidays, that's how I try to do ours, but it'd be kind of hard to
Well, I'm
move it every
bringing
month.
this up. I've been seeing a lot of beer cans and beer bottles out there, and I think that's gotta stop. Because they're just throwing them everywhere now. They're not even leaving them on the graveside anymore, some of them.
But it's not the people that have the,
No, it's other people that are going out there and they're drinking and they're just leaving them there. And we need to stop that.
And I mean, we've been out
Maybe
there.
we could put no alcohol somewhere.
Yeah, on that sign, you know, just to see how it does the first couple of months. One, we can start that sign, get it out there already, you know, early spring, see how it is mid-summer, and if it still continue, I mean, we could send a letter out, you know.
Put it on the
Or
board.
put it on the board,
Around there.
you know. What do y'all think?
I think some of these flowers that are, and they're like 3 or 4 or 5 months, I think you guys should be able to throw them away. I don't think they need
I
to
don't
stay
think
out
we
there.
throw them away, you guys do them in the shop, right?
We haven't been doing any picking up with anything. So what I would like to suggest is, like I said, we want to be respectful to everybody that has loved ones out there. But at the same time, the city also has to know when a safety issue is identified. And because we do use equipment out there, weed eaters, edgers, with all the ornaments out there, it poses a hazard to the employees doing the work. So even if we did it once a month, you know, and everybody knows that at first Monday of the month or something, things will be removed, you have that weekend to move them. There are obviously exceptions. New burials, I think there's an ordinance in here, you know, they have a week with all of their flowers, and I believe that's when glass vases are allowed. So you just have to read through it, and it's just something that we need to enforce. Or keep an eye out more, not necessarily enforce to a T, but.
Well,
I understand what you're saying. The thing is, you can't just take, like for me, I have my parents out there. You can't just go over there and I have the vase that goes with the stone. You can't just take the flowers out of there. It's not even in your way. It's not, you guys went and hit my mom and dad's stone.
Like I said, these are the ordinances for it.
and I understand that one, and I know you want to enforce it. That was something we talked about. But I think before you can really enforce the ordinance on the residents, you need to have your public works really go out there and clean really good, because that's the attention that cemetery needs. And that's what I brought to your attention, and when I called you this last week, so we can make a rule board out there, every Monday or every other Monday, switch things out, but then it's gonna become an issue because we have people coming from other cities or Seattle or Oregon, bringing stuff, and they bring it maybe Sunday and we get it removed on Monday, and then they tell their other family members that are local, hey, we took this out there, and they go out there and it's not out there. We're gonna have some angry residents calling the city hall, and it's not gonna come on me or Sylvia. It's gonna go on you and your guys.
Right.
So,
And that's understandable. Like I said, moving forward also, when we do, someone purchases a plot, we can give them this information so they're aware of what's allowed and what isn't. I'm not saying we're gonna go through and clean every single thing all at once, but we do need to start enforcing some of them, because some of the glass is getting out of hand, it gets broken. We just spent $15,000 on a mower last year. And within 3 weeks, one of the bags was ripped on it. That got caught on one of the flower hangers at the cemetery. Those hangers themselves, I believe, pose a liability for the city. Should somebody fall trip on one and hurt
Mine
themselves.
is inside the cement. And I'm not moving
That's where
it,
mine's
'cause
at
that's
too.
my property.
It just, you guys give me the input on what you guys would like to do.
But I do see things out there, Juan. I was out there this past weekend, and some family members, I'm not gonna lie, there's some family members, instead of having their stuff on top of their parents' grave, they have it in the grass, viendo para allá,
like the
Right.
coffin cart,
And
And that shouldn't be, because that should be where you guys are driving the tractors or whatever you guys are driving through there. Because otherwise, you just have to stop, move all that, or just run it over and glass and everything's
Is
gonna
that a
happen.
a new one, or is it an old one, do you know, Mary? Because I know the new ones, they leave their, the flowers they get.
Yeah,
in the
no, these ones are old.
cemetery.
Most of the ones are down here, like closer to the road, those are the ones that I see.
Like I mentioned, during the winter months, that's an exception. I believe once we stop mowing, until we start mowing, the lights and, all the ornaments are allowed. This is just during our maintenance season.
This is spring, right?
Yes, would be spring, summer, fall.
But those same people are the ones that have the mess down there. It's like right below where my parents are at, it's over there closer to the road,
To the fence.
and stuff, and they just
I think
have a mess, and I understand that part.
if you see them out there, because I'm sure you all see people out there, just kind of, hey, no disrespect, we want to keep the glass out, of the cemetery. And I mean, because if somebody falls out there and gives a cut, it's gonna come back on the city too. So I mean, we're in between,
Well, I'll tell you, there's gonna be more than 2 flower arrangements during Memorial Day and that.
oh, yeah.
So that right there.
Yeah, and so in all of this, there is exceptions for special holidays. It's not where the city's gonna go through and clean every single item, there's,
And when you say chairs, what are you talking, like, we can't take a chair out there and sit for a while, or is that, because you've got chairs, you've got boxes, shelves, big wheels chairs?
so this is existing ordinances. This was here
Yeah.
before me.
But I'm just asking.
I don't think you can leave anything out there. It's what it is. Like, you can't leave your chair out there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I was gonna say, we can't take
But
a
if you
chair,
leave
sit
it out
down
there,
out
it's not gonna be
there
there
in the
when
shade,
So,
I'll just start picking up I can see where the dead flowers come in. Pick those babies up and throw them away after a week. Get rid of those right away
and the faded flowers.
yeah,
The faded flowers.
the plastic ones, the ones that are really faded because
For you guys.
What's that?
I mean, you got my permission,
Go out there and do that for you.
my mom's,
Well, I mean, if you've
the
been out there,
sister's grave,
just
they'll
to
take
kind of
them,
not take care of it, just kind of see which ones are really clean, sticking out, that'd be good. I mean, yesterday, me and Sylvia were picking up garbage. So, yeah, but, I think if we assign it, we'll think.
yeah.
I think it's.
Let's start with the sign and see where it goes from there. And you're still having problems?
So I think we would probably need 3 signs, one in the entrance, one for the left area, and then one for the very back. So then everybody, once they walk to their area, they kind of know what.
And then when they start coming in and making arrangements, then we can start giving them the paper and letting them know, this is, y'all think, yeah, okay. So, yeah, but just don't go taking those tequila bottles off just to take.
Yes.
So now we do have something to get you to you guys. Okay. This is just the mayor's and council handbook, just to give you an idea how things run.
Are we done with the cemetery deal?
Oh, did you want to continue?
Oh, no, I just had a question here. I'll be on the first line here. The cemetery will be open Monday, Sunday, closed on Sunday from September 1st through March 31st. Is that closed from everything?
No, so I believe that is, the gates are closed and the walk and entry is open.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we don't have nobody to open and close them on the weekends,
Mhm.
they just remain open. This is just the ordinance that's in, here at the city.
So then we might have to put on there also on those signs, the date that they're closed, and then put that they have to use the walk-in gate. Yeah, because I think we'll get people calling upset and not knowing because they are closed.
Ask Josh if he has a staff.
Josh, do you have anyone online? Do you have any staff reports? Somebody's got their hand up.
Yeah, so give me just a second. Looks like Jamin's chiming in here. There we go.
Jamin.
Hey there, how are you guys?
Good.
Hey, just I wasn't online for the study session because I was getting back from a construction meeting today, but I just wanted to make sure if there were any questions from tonight's meeting or anything you guys have any questions about that. I wanted to raise my hand because I wasn't here earlier in case you had questions. Thanks.
No, I think on that development that you sent me the email,
Mapton Highway, or Mapton Road.
the Mapton Road, is it High School Road?
Mhm.
Jamin, the
Yes,
notification that we got for that housing development?
yes, it is on Mapton High School Road. It's kind of past the high school. It's a really, that's why I wanted to get you some quick thoughts on that. I wasn't aware of that development. They haven't had any previous meetings with the city. Truly because they're in the county, they're working with the county. But they said in order to provide water and sewer, they were going to get it from the city. So that's why the county looped you into that discussion. But there's some kind of significant things that would need to be discussed. They would have to install some pretty significant infrastructure to even get city sewer and water to them. And that would be their responsibility. And the way I read your code, my understanding of Mapton's current code is that no additional connections outside of city water and sewer, outside city limits will be served with water and sewer. And so I'm not sure that per the city's code, you could even provide service to them unless they annexed. So that was why I kind of sent back those comments. I unfortunately, I have a scheduled conflict on Monday. But if you guys have any questions about that, let me know if you want to discuss prior to the meeting or you have any questions about my kind of initial comments on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
We'll
everything.
just talk about it on Monday.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and reach out to you on Monday, Jamin, and take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, development always plays for development, right? So this, they want to do this, it shouldn't cost the city really anything, right? And they need to make sure that if they're affecting the city's facilities, they pay or give something to make it fair for all the city's existing ratepayers.
Yeah. Okay, Tootie has a question for you.
Yeah, what section are you talking about there, Jamin?
So this is just as a development that Sylvia just got an email about last week for somebody that was wanting to put 21 houses on a parcel of land. And it's around, you go north past the high school, and then you turn south on Mapton High School Road, go past the high school, then you turn south, and then you turn east again. And it's right on the south side of that second curve. There's a parcel between that road and the state highway. It looks like it's been farmland up until now, and they have a preliminary plat that they're trying to put 21 houses in there.
That's by Bill Rector, just east of Bill Rector.
Yeah.
Before it, yeah.
So they,
That's way out there on Golden Road.
yeah. I mean, and just very quick numbers, you know, if they were to extend city water and sewer out that far, I mean, just quick numbers, that could be $1 million. And that would be their cost. They'd have to install it to city standards. They might have to annex into the city based on the city's current code. And then on top of that, they'd have to pay connection fees, they'd have to pay GFCs in addition to the cost of extending water and sewer. And on top of that, all of the sewer in that area, you know, is that Catholic Charities housing development that flows into the city's lift station. So if they extended it, that would be more sewer flowing in the lift station. And, you know, city would just need to be sure that that lift station had capacity, you know, if they were going to add a bunch of houses to it. So not saying it can't happen or won't happen. It's just, I'm wanting to make sure I advise you of your infrastructure capabilities and where your responsibility lies. You know, development is good and we like to see development, but you know, development has to pay for development. The city's existing ratepayers don't have to pay for development. So
Is that in the UGA?
it is in the UGA, not in the city limits. And I think it's pretty close to the city limits. So if they decided they wanted to annex, you know, I'm not a planner, but my guess is that, you know, it might be a reasonable annexation request and that might be the route they would need to go. So is that,
Next to that new housing.
It's on the other side.
Across from it, right? Okay.
does that answer the question? So I can't see your faces well enough to tell if I'm answering your questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a picture of what it was. I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be east of the old high school,
Yeah.
but it's on further east.
It's further east, yeah. And so I sent the mayor and Sylvia and Josh back just my initial comments, just so that, you know, in meeting with them, you know, since they said they were planning to use city and water, you know, we know where we're at in terms of being able to help them with this.
Would we be able to give them water? That's the question.
Well, you know, you should have capacity for 21 more connections. They're pretty far out. So if you think about it, it's just like one line that would be going out there that they would have to install. So you would want to look at the model, plug that into the model and make sure that they could get fire flow out that far. You know, it's like one long straw that they're sipping through it that far out. If they want to put the money into the infrastructure and they want to annex and, you know, they're willing to pay the city's, you know, reasonable cost associated with that, then, you know, certainly entertain it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Yep,
you.
thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Anything else?
I think that's everything. That's everything.
All right.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Sylvia, do you have any?
I just gave you guys the handbook.
Okay, the handbook and mayor's report. So we've had the guys out yesterday cleaning the streets downtown, picking up garbage, picking up some of the garbage that was over by the Lozano's old, what was it, liquor store? Yeah, and then they were out here working today, that if you go out this way, be careful. We don't want you tripping, but they did, took the shrubs, they trimmed the rose bushes, they raked underneath the green shrubs, and they pulled out, I believe, the grass that was right here. Ron, if I'm correct?
Oh, yeah, the flower bed.
The flower bed, so we do have them.
I know it's looking nice there.
Yeah, so, and tomorrow, we'll have them back over doing the Governor's Park on both sides, and that'll be done, and we'll just kind of keep on track with that. And yes, all the letters did go out already that we have to the citizens about cleaning up their yards, picking up their garbage, getting their cars and vehicles all picked up. And Victor went out and gave notices to RVs yesterday. And so we did get some responses today, so that's a good thing that they got them.
Oh, good.
So, me and Sylvia were out yesterday, just kind of backtracking on some of the property owners, making sure we had right addresses. And we were cleaning out there with the guys yesterday, you know.
I
Hey,
have a question.
Rachel,
Are they gonna be cleaning over here by the highway?
That's the governor's park,
That's the-
yeah.
no, Yeah. that's-
Those two pieces of on the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, they started it yesterday, they didn't get to finish it, so it'll, I have them scheduled to finish it, because we need to get it done.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
seen them
were,
out there
yeah, they were
today.
out there today, but we didn't get it finished because they came back, because they needed the trailer. So,
Yeah, I had a question, right here next to, by the daycare, there between the building.
we already talked to him, he
Oh, you
has,
did?
yeah, he has until the 18th, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, he's,
I seen more cars there now, and
Yeah, he has to clean them.
yeah, we gave him till the 18th, and he's aware, we gave the mechanic shop over here, they're aware. Yeah, we hit the ones that really is noticeable right now,
obvious.
so, but we are doing that. So,
That's it.
one?
Do you want to mention the situation with our dog crates?
So we started the dog crates a couple of weeks ago, and someone stole them.
All of them?
They stole one. Oh, they already sold both of them?
They took the
The cat one,
one out as
yeah.
well.
So we don't have a dog crate, we don't have a cat. So I asked Juan today, we brought it up in the meeting, if there was any way we can put them downtown, because I know there's some by the park that are running loose. And if we could put them maybe in someone's yard that's willing to take care of that crate, you know. I know Andy, he has a lot of dogs in his area. I don't know if you're willing,
They're going to mom's house, my mom's
if
house.
y'all are willing to put a crate in your yard. What do you think if they call and ask for the crate? Do you think that's a better option?
That's what we used to do, if they call, we take it to them.
Yeah.
Chain it up,
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to definitely chain
yeah.
it up because they walked off with it. So,
The only thing we want to be careful of is putting it in a customer's yard or a citizen's yard, and they get bit by the dog or something, then it's our liability. So a lot of what we do is keeping the city out of liabilities.
Mhm.
So I would, just be cautious about,
okay.
doing that, especially if they have children or anything like that.
Well, they wouldn't be calling if they needed it. They need it to catch the dog. How are they gonna get those dogs out of there?
Right, but accidents do happen, and once the accident happens, the blame is placed on, unfortunately. us,
Maybe if
the
you
city.
place
Well,
one,
I think if you'd have the customer, if I asked her one, I would sign the paper,
yeah,
yes,
that's what
Yeah.
I
I
want
want
to
the
say.
cage here.
A waiver.
because I
Yeah,
want
and-
them
Have a
to-
waiver
And
sign.
that would be
Waiver.
probably something for, our, the city's lawyer to kind of, figure out how they have to do that. But,
Also, I remember, when we used to have a dog catcher, they will come and actually be catching the dogs themselves. And maybe we could see how much would it be for a year contract, or see if we could afford it, so
You need it?
because honestly, those cages, it wouldn't even work, because they were placed in front of my house. And they're so rusty and old that the dogs wouldn't even go in there, because,
Have to be new and shiny.
no, just as long as, like,
You gotta feed them, man.
We have the dog food for them, but we don't have the cages now.
yeah, so maybe we could try that also.
Okay.
See about a year contract.
Yeah, I did reach out to them, but they never returned their call. Yeah, so
Humane Society,
we'll try it again when I get back on Friday.
Humane Society? Is that
Yeah.
who does it?
Yeah.
They won't.
I believe the city of Sunnyside contracts with Yakima County, and I believe they do Grandview as well, or they used to.
Yeah.
So that might be something that,
Make a round.
yeah, they make their rounds, and I'm not sure exactly what the cost is or how long they're in every city, but that might be something that we could look into as well.
Okay.
Because then I believe they take them to the Humane Society.
I know we might not make money by doing that, but at least it keeps a lot of kids safe when they're walking. So for me, it's like, if the Mapton don't make money, it's fine, as long as the kids aren't scared to be walking to school and back. 'Cause I've seen it all the time.
And if you can tell us where those, who the dogs belong to, we could, go over there,
Yes, I could. I got like 3 big dogs. I know who the owners, but
Yeah, I see those 3 big dogs, they go to my mom's.
Anything else? Everything? Well done?
Yes.
Okay. No executive session, so this meeting is adjourned at 7:31.